An image dilates within the orange afterglow within his eyesight. Image of a bus exploding, image of blood-red blood spattered across the whitewashed walls of the bus station. White-gray pavement splattered with crimson, violent and bold. Image virulent wounds of children's limbs expounding, cruel, blundered, jealous, plunged in fear. A Roman soldier directing others to the slaughter. Thousands upon thousands executed, slain and diminished, for all the luminaries of heaven wane and descend there, jealous in fear. Image in orange vision descent of the descending angle of attack at the Park Hotel Seder, disguised as a woman's suitcase bombing. Explosive suicide detonated the device of the exploding. Instantly were killed the father along with his daughter. The second Intifada claimed responsibility for the massacre angle of attack. Then spake Joshua to the Lord, and he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou, moon, in the valley of Ajalon. The martyr brigades blew themselves up, and took all the other fathers, mothers, sons, and daughters with them. In Gibeah, an example for everyone. Maximal killing naked chunks of body parts. Startled abruptly, synonymous spirits fly out and flee their shattered mosques and homes, shorn of flesh, turned over wives and schoolgirls. Desecrated for amusement, they were more that died with hailstones than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. Image this in his vision, burst open to see all the litany of iniquities that has burdened this land down through the centuries. One after the other, the attacks and counterattacks massacre the keepers of the Temple Mount, the Holy Land, the font of wisdom. Ghosts run rampant here. Now he can see what he has become part of, what his next right action could never defend. Dynamite and mortar barrage mined the road so no one could flee. In the cave of the patriarchs, the Kach reeked of blood, havoc, overlapping Purim, Ramadan. In the litany of the iniquities, no one can escape the blame. Neither side avoids reprisal. In the litany of iniquities, no one is guiltless, and only the innocent suffer, dead and buried. In the mutual lust for vengeance, self-righteous slaughter. One infant decapitated, another at Khan Yunis and Rafah, camps of tents of refugees, Fedayeen tied to a jeep and pulled limb from limb, stench of cordite against the caravansary wall, lines of dripping, draining blood must flow. In his fear-riddled vision, images one after the other occur and reoccur and disappear into the roles of dead and injured, raped and wounded. The terrorist came to the entrance and I shot him twice in the head. Demoniac on the ground against the smoke, noteworthy from ample dispatch, and through that oath, the sun and the moon complete their courses. Exhort them, you cannot compel them to believe. And now he can see the face of a girl with a blue burqa wrapping her head, eyes silver gray and lips soft as the skin of ripe cherries, looking to the sky, to the swift solid sound of a jet passing by and releasing its cargo, traveling hatched and salvaged to the ground, where a hole in a half-completed building, boys crouching and trembling. He sees it hit her and release its cloud of smoke and burnt orange-black fire, stretched across the plain, midday buildings in due bondage, her body blown apart, her face set aflame, her carcass strewn across the road he sees. The word of God speaks for itself, and he hears now these words in his earphones, crackling with static, in that voice which was too low to be a man's voice, too brazen to be a voice of this earth. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is every one that retaineth her. So shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace unto thy neck. Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet.